Hi everyone, it's Mia from Jeddle, and today we'll go through how to answer a 12-mark response for the health of young people. A general structure for most 12-mark responses begins with an introduction, which can simply be an introductory statement outlining the general aspects of the question and the areas of the syllabus that you'll be covering in your response. For the body paragraphs, it's important to include an explanation of the concepts and content you'll cover, some examples, and of course linking everything back to the question. The amount of paragraphs you write is completely dependent on the area of the syllabus you're covering, so you need to address every sub-dot point under the syllabus area that they're questioning you on, so this will dictate exactly how many paragraphs you write, as well as the length and depth of your responses and each paragraph. Finally, a concluding statement is all you need, linking back to the question and covering some of the key aspects of the content that you talked about in your response. An example question we'll look at is, to what extent can a young person's health be affected by developmental aspects? The developmental aspects is quite a large area of the syllabus, and there's quite a few sub-dot points, which indicates that your paragraphs will be a little bit smaller than some of the other areas of the syllabus. For an example introduction, I've written, the developmental aspects can affect the health outcomes experienced by young people, including determining behavioural boundaries, revising roles within relationships, developing autonomy and self-sufficiency, clarifying self-worth and self-identity, establishing education, training and employment pathways, and developing personal support structures to a great extent. As you'll see in my example body paragraph as well, I've underlined areas that I've specifically addressed to what extent, which is what the question's asking. And it's kind of unlike an English question that the markers are really wanting you to spell out to what extent, which requires you to make a clear judgment of where you stand. So an example paragraph, I've done this on establishing support structures, is as follows. Establishing support structures positively affects the health of young people by enabling them to continue making health-promoting choices in times of distress. For example, parents and families provide a young person to a significant extent with physical support, food and shelter, emotional support, assisting with stress during exams, and financial support, aiding in debit card debt. Young people may also access support through schools, TAFE, university, volunteer groups, e.g. Anglicare, financial support through the government's youth allowance, or emergency housing support, e.g. Ronald McDonald House. In order to optimise mental and physical health, a young person may overcome barriers to support through online services such as Reach Out or Kids Helpline. This has the potential to improve health by a great extent by seeking anonymous assistance to overcome possible fear of judgment or physical barriers to support, e.g. geographic location. As you can see highlighted in yellow in this question, I've provided a lot of examples, which, as I've mentioned before, is a really easy way to add a depth and detailed understanding to your response that the markers are looking for in a 12-marker. I've also highlighted in blue exactly what effect the developmental aspect has on health, linking this back to, again, specific examples such as mental and physical health. Again, underlined in blue, I'm really spelling out to the marker exactly to what extent I think that this developmental aspect has on health. So I've said to a significant extent, to a great extent. It can sound a little bit repetitive, but it's important that you're being really clear to the marker. As you can see, again, underlined in blue, I'm really spelling out to the marker exactly to what extent, using language such as a significant extent and a great extent, which can seem kind of repetitive, but it is important that you make it really clear to the marker that you're answering the question. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and check out jeddle.com for more detailed resources.